I just stumbled on a curious Galileo claim and I've got to talk about it. Picture this, early 1600s, Galileo's peering at the heavens, timing falling objects. Someone says he tried to measure mass, even tiny microscopic deities. Wild, right? Let's hook into that, then bust the myth and close with what he actually did. Galileo was obsessed with how nature works. He dropped balls from heights. He rolled them down inclines. He used water clocks to time motion. He built telescopes. He spotted Jupiter's moons. He shook up the idea that Earth sat still. So, did he try to measure mass itself? Here's the myth. Galileo, after modern mass energy ideas, and even poking at microscopic deities. That sounds dramatic, but it doesn't match his writings. Likely a confusion of microscopic entities or densities with something mystical. He wasn't summoning spirits under a lens. He measured motion, density, and balance with the tools he had. In his era, mass as resistance to acceleration wasn't a separate concept. People mixed mass and weight using balances to compare heaviness. Galileo compared densities with hydrostatics. He studied inertia. He argued bodies keep moving unless a force acts. He couldn't measure extremely small masses. No microbalances, no atoms under a microscope. Those capabilities came later, precision scales in the 18th, 19th centuries, then atomic masses via chemistry and spectroscopy. Einstein reframed mass with EMC2 and relativity long after Galileo, so saying Galileo did Einstein-style work is a century-spanning mashup. Galileo's genius was building the logic to ask the right questions. By timing motion and nailing inertia, he set the stage for Newton to define mass, and for later scientists to measure it with insane precision. If you hear Galileo measured microscopic deities, read it as he pushed measurement limits, but the tools weren't there yet. That's fine. Breakthroughs stand on steps, not leaps. I'm glad we can trace the steps back to where the climb began.
Hard limit. As velocity nears light speed, energy pours into mass instead of motion. Classical relativity makes the barrier feel thermal. Momentum heats inertia to infinity. Enter the kinetic grid, a thermal inertial heat sink for spacetime drag. Sublight phase. Passive. It soaks micro-resistance so effective mass stays constant. Threshold. 0.99 C. The grid switches from passive to active. It vibrates, tuning to the vacuum's local energy state. Resistance converts from heat into phase alignment. The field stabilizes, ready for the shift. Phase shift. The grid uncouples local gravitational vectors. Vacuum synchronization. Internal frequency matches the Hubble expansion. Then the slip. It stops moving through space and rides the expansion of space. Expansion can outrun light without breaking local physics. Result: superluminal traversal by grid phase transition. Heat becomes harmony. Inertia becomes alignment. The barrier becomes a threshold. Passive grid. Active resonance. Synchronize and slip. Not faster through space, but faster with space.